quest of Yogi. One afternoon we decided to escape the dictation of the saffron Yogi, who suddenly took charge and started giving work orders to Bhavuk and Sahil. Bhavuk, being obedient, couldn't refuse, so we all became errand boys for the saffron man. Fortunately, Jayant and a newly wedded couple joined us the next day, allowing us to break free from the saffron man's tasks. We headed to Tapovan, a popular cafe named Little Buddha. The atmosphere was serene, overlooking the Ganga River. The cafe served amazing coffee, salads, burgers, pizza, sandwiches, and tea. People would gather early to watch the river flow, observe water sports, and see rafting boats. We spent hours there, jamming, smoking, eating, and sipping on iced tea. I may have been the odd one out, but not too out of place. One afternoon I asked Bhavuk about the saffron man and why he was making them do things. Bhavuk explained that they met him last year at the Kedarnath temple. The saffron man had a noble plan to set up a tent at Kedarnath to provide free stay for stranded pilgrims during unexpected snowfall or rains. Bhavuk was assisting in procuring quilts for the cold. To my surprise, we headed to Haridwar and bought around 100 quilts at a discounted rate for the cause. People were willing to help, seeing the challenging conditions at higher altitudes. The saffron man even had a Hanumanji idol, planning to build a temple up in the mountains. We all pitched in to help him with whatever he needed during our stay. Despite the work, we managed to sneak out often, exploring the jungles, visiting waterfalls, and meeting yogis along the way. We visited an old place under archaeological survey called 84 Chaurasi Kutia, with a drawn image of the Beatles, who had visited the ashram in the 1960s. The place, once fully functional, had a serene setting near the Ganga Ghat in the midst of the jungle. It served as an advanced yoga place for those who knew what to do. The proposal, after engaging in a playful cat-and-mouse dynamic with the saffron man, we found ourselves chauffeuring him around town as he gathered supplies for his mountain excursion near the Kedarnath temple. Clad in his distinctive saffron attire, he emphasized the effort required to transport essentials to high altitudes and provide shelter. Despite our attempts to escape, we couldn't resist getting caught up in the lively hustle of negotiating prices at the vegetable market and grocery store. Jayant and his friend opted to stay back, utilizing Jayant's car for transportation, while the new couple and Jayant enjoyed the scene by the Ghat, taking it easy. An early lunch at the ashram was extended as we assisted with various chores. The ashram caretaker, a brahmachari, insisted we join for both lunch and dinner, even though these guys weren't initially keen on a set food routine. Later in the day, Jayant and his friend explored the town, inviting us to join them later. After finishing our tasks and dinner, the saffron man reminded us to return before 8:30 p.m., as the doors of the ashram locked at that time. With a promise to be back by 9 p.m., we set out on an adventure to Tapovan, meeting around 7:30 p.m., just 4 kilometers away from the ashram. However, the weather took an unexpected turn with cold breezes and rain. Seeking shelter in a crowded cafe, we huddled together, while Jayant and his friend sought refuge under a nearby roof. The raindrops were sizable, making it impossible to walk into the downpour. With everyone hungry, Jayant swiftly ordered cheese, toast, and tea. We indulged until the rain let up, allowing us to make our way back to the car. Due to the rain delay, we were running late, receiving calls from the saffron man. Explaining our situation, we eventually arrived at 9:30 p.m., relieved to find the doors still open. As we settled into our rooms, the saffron man joined us for a late-night chat. The conversation took an unexpected turn when he presented a commercial proposal. He urged me to spend the next 6 months in the mountains with him, promising to cover all expenses and teach me beneficial kriyas for my spiritual journey. The proposal for all the boys involved acquiring a local tender to set up numerous tents near the Kedarnath temple. The saffron man, confident in his land ownership, already planned to establish a small tent for 20 people and aimed to expand with more tents for his followers visiting Kedarnath. While the idea sounded promising, questions lingered about the logistics, costs, and potential opposition from long-standing local setups. To explore the feasibility of the project, I agreed to visit Kedarnath in April, a week before the temple opened. The plan was for Sahil and Jayant to join later, with Bhavuk and Ashi sending the necessary supplies. The adventure continued in April, unveiling new challenges and experiences.